Kroger, a household name in the grocery industry, is facing a crisis. The company, which has been a staple in American households for decades, is now at a crossroads. Once a symbol of stability and growth, the company is grappling with a series of setbacks. These setbacks are not just minor hiccups, but significant challenges that could alter the course of its future. These challenges threaten its financial health and its future. The sight of empty parking lots and closed stores is becoming all too common. From a failed merger to accusations of unfair pricing, Kroger is under intense scrutiny. The problems are multifaceted, ranging from legal issues to public relations nightmares. The company is burdened with debt. Its sales are sluggish. The once bustling aisles are now eerily quiet, reflecting the company's struggle to attract customers. Consumer trust has been shaken. Investors are worried. The lack of confidence is palpable, affecting both shoppers and stakeholders alike. At the heart of Kroger's woes is a perfect storm of industry pressures and self-inflicted wounds. The grocery market is evolving, and Kroger seems to be struggling to keep up. The company is struggling to adapt to a rapidly changing market. Competitors are gaining ground, and Kroger's shelves are often left empty, a stark contrast to its former glory. It is also facing criticism for its treatment of workers and customers. Labor disputes and customer complaints are adding fuel to the fire. The road ahead will be difficult. The company must navigate through these turbulent times with strategic planning and decisive action. Kroger must confront these challenges head-on if it wants to survive. Leadership will play a crucial role in steering the company back to stability. The grocery giant needs to regain its footing. This will require not just financial restructuring, but also a renewed focus on customer satisfaction and employee welfare. It needs to restore its reputation. The stakes are high. Community engagement and positive public relations will be key to rebuilding trust. The coming months will be crucial for Kroger's survival. The company must act swiftly and effectively to turn the tide and secure its place in the future of the grocery industry. In 2024, Kroger attempted a bold move. The company, known for its vast network of grocery stores across the United States, was looking to expand its footprint even further. It proposed a merger with Albertsons, another major grocery chain. Albertsons, with its own significant presence in the market, seemed like the perfect partner to create a grocery giant. The deal, valued at $24.6 billion, was designed to create a supermarket behemoth. This merger was expected to reshape the landscape of the grocery industry in the United States. Kroger argued that the merger would benefit consumers. They claimed it would lead to more competitive pricing and improved services, making grocery shopping more affordable and convenient for millions. It promised lower prices and greater convenience. The combined resources of both companies were expected to drive innovation and efficiency in the grocery sector. However, the merger faced immediate pushback. Critics were quick to voice their concerns, fearing the potential negative impacts on competition and consumer choice. Regulators, unions, and politicians raised concerns. They argued that the merger could lead to job losses, reduced competition, and higher prices in the long run. The Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, argued that the merger would stifle competition. They feared that the combined entity would dominate the market, making it difficult for smaller players to survive. It feared that the combined company would hold too much power in the grocery market. This could lead to fewer choices and higher prices for consumers. After months of scrutiny, the merger collapsed. The intense opposition and regulatory hurdles proved too much for the companies to overcome. 2 federal judges blocked the deal in December 2024. They cited concerns about higher prices and store closures, which could harm consumers and communities. The judge's decision was a significant setback for Kroger's ambitious plans. The failure of the merger was a major blow to Kroger. The company had invested significant time and resources into the deal, hoping it would secure their future in a competitive market. It left the company financially exposed and strategically vulnerable. The collapse of the merger meant that Kroger had to rethink its strategy and find new ways to stay competitive. The collapse also triggered a legal battle. Albertsons, feeling wronged by the failed merger, decided to take legal action against Kroger. Albertsons sued Kroger, alleging breach of contract. They sought compensation for the damages they claimed to have suffered due to the collapse of the deal. It sought billions in damages. The lawsuit added another layer of complexity to an already tumultuous situation for both companies. Kroger countered, blaming Albertsons for the deal's demise. They argued that Albertsons had not fulfilled its obligations, leading to the failure of the merger. The lawsuit added another layer of complexity to Kroger's already precarious situation. The legal battle was set to be long and costly, further straining the company's resources and focus. As part of its merger strategy, Kroger had already begun closing stores. It shuttered hundreds of locations across the country. The goal was to appease regulators and eliminate redundancies. However, the failed merger amplified the impact of these closures. The closures left a trail of devastation in their wake. Communities lost access to fresh food, jobs disappeared, local economies suffered. The closures disproportionately affected low-income neighborhoods and rural areas. These communities often rely on supermarkets like Kroger for their grocery needs. The closures also tarnished Kroger's image. The company, once seen as a pillar of the community, was now accused of abandoning its customers. The closures fueled a narrative of corporate greed and indifference. As if store closures weren't enough, Kroger faced another public relations nightmare. Accusations of price gouging surfaced. Critics accused the company of exploiting inflation to boost its profits. They pointed to soaring prices for essential items like milk, eggs, and bread. Kroger denied the allegations. It blamed inflation and supply chain disruptions for the price hikes. However, the accusations stuck. Consumers, already struggling with the rising cost of living, felt betrayed. They questioned whether Kroger was prioritizing profits over people. Kroger Edge innovation or exploitation. At the center of the price gouging controversy was Kroger Edge. This technology, introduced in 2018, allows Kroger to dynamically change prices on its digital shelves. The company touted Kroger Edge as a way to offer customers the best possible deals. However, critics argued that Kroger Edge was being used to manipulate prices. They claimed that the system allowed Kroger to raise prices on high-demand items. They also accused Kroger of using Kroger Edge to create a false sense of scarcity. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bob Casey sent a letter to Congress expressing their concerns. They argued that Kroger Edge could harm consumers, particularly low-income families. The senators called for an investigation into Kroger's pricing practices. A living wage, the plight of Kroger employees. While Kroger's profits soared, its employees struggled to make ends meet. A survey by the Economic Roundtable painted a bleak picture of their living conditions. The survey found that a significant percentage of Kroger employees faced food insecurity and housing instability. The survey revealed that 36% of Kroger employees in Southern California, Colorado, and Washington worried about eviction. Even more alarming, 78% reported experiencing food insecurity. Perhaps most shockingly, 1 in 7 Kroger workers had experienced homelessness in the past year. David versus Goliath. Kroger in Walmart's shadow. Kroger's struggles unfolded against the backdrop of fierce competition in the grocery industry. Walmart, the retail giant, casts a long shadow. With its massive scale and low prices, Walmart controls about 22% of the U.S. grocery market. The failed merger with Albertsons would have given Kroger more ammunition to compete with Walmart. However, the deal's collapse left Kroger in a precarious position. Its market share lagged behind Walmart's. Its sales growth was anemic. To make matters worse, inflation was cooling. Consumers, feeling less squeezed, were increasingly choosing discount retailers like Walmart. This trend put further pressure on Kroger's already thin margins. Can Kroger recover? Charting a path forward. Kroger faces an uphill battle. The once thriving grocery giant is now grappling with significant challenges that threaten its very existence. The company must address its financial woes, repair its reputation, and adapt to a changing market landscape that is becoming increasingly competitive. With new players entering the market and consumer preferences shifting, Kroger must evolve or risk being left behind. Failure to do so could have dire consequences. To regain its footing and secure its future, Kroger needs a multi-pronged strategy that addresses both immediate concerns and long-term goals. It must reduce debt. The failed merger saddled Kroger with a mountain of debt that is now a significant burden. The The company needs to find ways to reduce its debt burden. This might involve selling non-core assets or restructuring its operations to become more efficient. By doing so, Kroger can free up resources to invest in other critical areas. Restore trust. Kroger's reputation has taken a hit due to various controversies and operational missteps. The company needs to rebuild trust with consumers, employees, and investors. This will require transparency, accountability, and a genuine commitment to change. Engaging with the community and addressing their concerns can go a long way in restoring faith. Embrace innovation. The grocery industry is evolving rapidly, with technology playing a crucial role. Kroger needs to innovate to keep pace. This might involve investing in e-commerce, developing new store formats, or exploring partnerships with other companies to leverage new technologies and business models. By embracing innovation, Kroger can not only survive but thrive in the new retail landscape. This might involve investing in e-commerce, developing new store formats, or exploring partnerships with other companies. The road ahead is challenging, but with the right strategies, Kroger can chart a path forward and reclaim its position as a leader in the grocery industry. Kroger's future hangs in the balance. The company is at a crossroads. It can choose to stay the course and risk further decline, or it can embrace change and fight for its survival. The coming months will be critical for Kroger. The company needs to make tough decisions. It needs to execute its strategy flawlessly. The stakes are high. The outcome will have a profound impact not only on Kroger itself, but also on the millions of people who rely on the company for their livelihoods and their groceries.